Hello, it's Rick. I'm gonna make a quick video. My video is basically, it's just the camera panning around looking at my counter of doom. All of these papers are from as a result of the crimes committed against me in family court. I got some good news. Yesterday I received letters from the family court that I am to appear on August 22nd. And I am going to be before a judge. First time I'm going to be before a judge. Now, they didn't tell me what I'm going there for. This is the letter I got. It's a notice to appear, and you, now what this is how they scam you. Who is you? You is a plural. It's supposed to say Richard Whopping must provide the court with proof of your income. So that's the first thing that they're scamming you with. So technically I don't have to do, well, I don't have to provide any of this stuff, but this is how the average guy, when he gets this, panics, and that's why I'm making this video. I want whoever gets a summons, which again, guys, summons is a fancy word for invitation. All right, I'm pretty sure my man Wasil Bey probably, on one of his many videos stated that. But summons is a fancy word that you're being summoned. You're being invited. Nobody's saying you have to go. But here they're like, you must provide the court with proof of your income and assets by August 22nd. Attached form provided. Now, there was no form. But anyway, when you get these letters telling you to come to court, being summoned, the first thing you need to do is pull out a pen and paper. You're going to write a letter to the person sending it. In this case, is a man named Robert Ratansky, clerk of the court. Now, he's clerk of family court. He's not a real clerk. Okay, the clerks work in the Queens Civil Court and Queens County Court. So he's just the clerk in that court. That's another ruse. Okay? And what you need to do is you're going to state in a letter, I am in receipt of your notice to appear. The items you requested are protected by the Fourth Amendment in the Bill of Rights. If you require these items, you are required to issue a warrant, and affixed to the warrant must be the evidence provided by the petitioner for the reasons why I am to appear. The petitioner has all the burden of proof, but in family court, which is a kangaroo court, look up kangaroo court on the internet. Okay, it's a predetermined hearing. It doesn't matter what you bring there. I mean, it does. They're just going to take your information and start going hog wild and stealing all the money from everybody you work for, the banks and everything, because people are morons. They all think this is legit. Anyway, you're going to state, I will not show up until I receive evidence. Now, in my case, I was married, so I had a stipulation of settlement agreement. All divorce agreements, and even if you have a family court agreement. See, every 3 years, they're going to bring you back in there and try and get more money out of you. Okay? They cannot change that order unless there's a change of circumstances. Okay? Well, it's not your change of circumstances, her change of circumstances, because the money you're providing is for the financial needs of the children, not her financial needs. Okay, that money's supposed to be used to feed those kids. Okay? Most kids could be taken care of pretty cheap. All right, but not when all 50 states in our country make 66% on every dollar they steal from you. That's why this is a big industry. Okay? I'm not sure how much New York State, but I gotta say, New York State must get at least $1 billion in federal monies. Think about every payday in New York State where all this money is being taken by their check. Okay, because the payroll of every guy who's is a victim of this crime. They just say, "Oh, well, we got a letter from child support enforcement, and we have to send this money." Or and they tell you they have to, but they don't have to. This because child support enforcement is not a court; it's an agency, and because they charge fees to the mother, they're a private entity. It's called the Clearfield Trust doctrine, where anytime a state or city agency collects fiat currency known as money, they become a private entity. Okay, Amin Osiris did a good video on that, and so in other words, they're not sovereign, they're not this, they're suable. You could sue them, but it also means they're not allowed to issue court orders. See, an income withholding order is the one, or they call it income deduction. Coincidentally, which is, I don't understand why they do this, but it looks just like an income execution order from a court. I wonder why they would do that. Is it because it looks like a court order when it really isn't? Isn't that called trickery? I was a police officer. That's called trickery. Actually, I remember I used to work at 42nd Street in Manhattan, and we used to, all these dopey white kids from Jersey would come to New York City looking to get fake ID at 42nd Street. And this is in the mid 90s when 42nd Street was still bad. And some street hustler would come up to them and say, "Yeah, I can get you that ID." And he'd say, "Well, you got the money?" "Yeah, give me the money. But listen, I'll be right back. I got to go check the serial numbers on this money to make sure it's real money." And then they'd run away with the money. And the kid would walk up to me and my partner and go, "Hey, the guy took our money," and we're laughing. I'm like, "Stupid! You just was a victim," and it's called fraudulent accosting. So, my wife's home. So anyway, so if you get a summons in the mail, that's what you got to do. All right, you're protected by the 4th Amendment of the Bill of Rights, and you don't have to provide any information without a warrant, and you do not have to testify against yourself, the 5th Amendment. All right, guys.